Sister spouses Meri earthy colors fixation, duplicated Kody's hair? Pics. Sister spouses fans saw that Meri Brown and Kody Brown had practically a similar hair. Meri Brown might be fixated on him and replicating his hair. Fans are stunned by this. Notwithstanding, they think it is absolutely feasible for this to be the situation. Continue to peruse to figure out more about this and see photos of the episode. Meri Brown and Kody earthy colored split. Meri Brown and Kody Brown were hitched. Be that as it may, they wound up isolating. Christine, Janelle, and Meri all left Kody in a short measure of time. Be that as it may, Meri and Kody have had issues previously. Meri was up to speed in a duping occurrence. In any case, both of them sorted out it and chose to remain together. Meri wound up leaving Kody and helping a separation through their congregation. This was nothing to joke about and daring of her to do. However, fans could have done without them together. All in all, some think this was for the best. She is fixated on him, takes haircut. Fans believe that Meri and Kody are wearing a similar hairpiece in a new clasp. They went to Reddit to voice their perspectives. Meri and Kody wear a similar hairpiece, persuade me in any case. I accept she was attempting to duplicate his look, knowing the amount he adores himself. I assumed I recollect Meri saying they went to a similar stylist at a certain point. I could be totally mixed up on that. They seem as though they shared a labradoodle. She ought to take his look and shave an uncovered fix behind her bangs. Assuming that I appear as though he will gaze at me. Totally. They're similar to Temu 90's Brad and Jen. You can see the photos beneath. Yozer. Fans don't cherish the haircuts from them both. Notwithstanding, it might have quite recently been an incident. Meri might not have intended to duplicate Kody. Notwithstanding, fans will suspect something. Presentation. Outline of Kody Brown and the Sister Spouses series. Foundation on his polygamous way of life and how it has formed his connections. The reason of fans returning to alarming minutes with respect to Kody's treatment of his spouses. Part 1, the polygamous design and its difficulties. How Kody's plural marriage dynamic intensifies power awkward nature. Social and strict setting behind polygamy and its portrayal in Sister Spouses. Contrasts between the standards of common regard and what fans see in Kody's way of behaving. Section 2. Kody's set of experiences of command over closeness. Explicit models from the show where fans guarantee Kody appeared to commodify or control actual parts of his relationships. Statements and scenes that have ignited shock, for example, Kody examining closeness with Christine and Meri. Fans' translation of his assertions about proprietorship and commitments. Part 3, Spouses' points of view on profound and actual closeness. Responses from Meri, Janelle, Christine, and Robin while tending to their associations with Kody. How every spouse's story mirrors a novel battle with independence. Christine's takeoff and her assertions about feeling slighted and dismissed. Part 4, Online entertainment backfire and fan speculations. Tweets, Reddit strings, and Facebook bunches where fans examine Kody's way of behaving. Key fan charges that he sees his spouses as apparatuses for basic reassurance and nurturing as opposed to as equivalents. An itemized breakdown of minutes fans found revolting, including his collaborations during family conversations. Part 5, Mental effect on the spouses. Examination of what saw typification and close-to-home control mean for confidence and psychological well-being. How the spouses have expressed their battles on and off the show. The job of polygamy in molding their capacity to communicate distress or dispute. Section 6, Kody's protections and avocations. Meetings or episodes where Kody tends to these allegations. His point of view on the dynamic of his connections and choices he's made. Correlation of his avocations with fans' reactions. Section 7, More extensive ramifications on orientation elements. What Sister Spouses uncovers about male-centric frameworks in polygamy. More extensive social ramifications of fans' responses to Kody's treatment of his spouses. Examples found out about independence and regard and connections from this profoundly announced family. Section 8, a call for reflection. Proclamations from the spouses on what they desire to accomplish by sharing their lives openly. How watchers can take part in sound discourse about regard, marriage, and uniformity. Likely future ways for Kody and his family as the series advances. Meri Brown, the principal spouse of sister wives patriarch Kody Brown, has as of late focused on her kid, Leon Brown, in an uncommon and sincere update. Leon, who emerged as transsexual in 2022 and utilizes they/them pronouns, has remained to a great extent missing from both the tender loving care unscripted TV drama and public appearances lately, driving fans to hypothesize about their ongoing relationship with the earthy-colored family and their own excursion message. In a contacting virtual entertainment post, Meri shared her pride and genuine love for Leon. While not excessively definite, her post underscored her job as a strong parent. She expressed, "Regardless of where life takes us, my affection for Leon is steady and relentless. I celebrate who they are each and every day and am appreciative to be their mother." This uncommon affirmation contacted fans, a considerable lot of whom commended Meri for remaining by her kid in the midst of what can be testing conditions in a moderate relational peculiarity. Why Leon moved back from the spotlight. Leon's non-appearance from sister spouses has been a mark of worry for watchers. Since emerging as transsexual and transparently talking about their character, Leon has apparently reduced most, if not all, connection with the earthy-colored family's theatrics and the tensions of being in the public eye. In a past Instagram post, Leon discussed their thoughts about experiencing childhood in a moderate polygamist family and what it meant for their excursion to self-acknowledgement. They let it out was a provoking climate to explore, yet offered thanks for the help they've gotten from close friends and family. Fan responses to the update. Fans immediately overflowed Meri's post with positive remarks, acclaiming her for being a confirming and cherishing guardian. Many additionally communicated their expectation that Leon is flourishing away from the spotlight. One fan remarked, "Leon is fortunate to have a mother like you who loves and supports them, come what may." One more stated, "Thank you for sharing this wonderful update. We miss Leon, however are so glad to hear they are getting along admirably." The earthy-colored family's changing dynamic. The earthy-colored relational peculiarities has gone through huge changes as of late. With Christine leaving Kody and different spouses reconsidering their jobs inside the family, connections have become more stressed. Leon's choice to pull back from the family's theatrics and center around their self-improvement lines up with the developing autonomy among the earthy-colored youngsters. It's hazy how habitually Leon speaks with the remainder of the family, especially Kody, who has confronted analysis from fans for his treatment of family connections. Be that as it may, Meri's public help demonstrates areas of strength for and among mother and kid. What's next for Leon? Leon has been building a daily existence outside the family spotlight, close by their accomplice, Audrey Chris. Several has shared looks at their life via online entertainment, remembering ventures and achievements for their relationship. Fans desire to see a greater amount of Leon later on, whether through refreshes from Meri or their own web-based entertainment posts. Meri's continuous job as a parent. Meri's update fills in as a sign of her profound love for her kid and her assurance to be a wellspring of help. As sister spouses proceeds to grandstand the developing elements inside the earthy-colored family, fans will without a doubt look out for any future notices of Leon. For the present, Meri's message is a contacting demonstration of the force of unqualified love and the significance of remaining by one's youngster, regardless of the condition. A well-established caste individual from tender loving care sister spouses, has become inseparable from versatility and weakness as she explores the intricacies of polygamy and individual battles inside the earthy-colored family. In a new profound disclosure, Meri chose to peruse private instant messages she had shipped off Kody Brown, her otherworldly spouse, during a portion of their most difficult times. The choice offered fans a close investigate her sentiments, displaying the profundity of her aggravation, trust, and dissatisfaction. The setting of the texts. The connection among Meri and Kody has been in unrest for quite a long time. As the main spouse in the earthy-colored family, Meri has frequently felt sidelined, particularly as Kody's expressions of warmth seemed to move towards his fourth wife, Robyn. Their marriage arrived at a limit after a lawful separation in 2014, which was expected to permit Kody to legitimately wed Robyn and embrace her youngsters. From that point forward, Meri has attempted to reconstruct their association, with Kody over and over expressing that their relationship is more similar to kinship than a heartfelt organization. During a new Sister Spouses episode, Meri focused on the confidential messages she had sent Kody before, large numbers of which were written in snapshots of close-to-home weakness. The texts uncovered her endeavors to connect the developing profound hole between them, as well as her continuous endeavors to save a relationship she profoundly esteems. Meri's sincere words. As Meri read through the messages, her voice shuddered with feeling. One of the texts read, "Kody, I feel like I'm remaining here with my arms outstretched, sitting tight for you to return to me. Yet, every time I attempt to contact you, you remove another step. Do you try and need to fix this?" This specific message reverberated with fans who have watched her unflinching obligation to the relationship notwithstanding Kody's inexorably far-off conduct. For some watchers, it was a shocking indication of the uneven idea of their dynamic. One more text displayed Meri's mindfulness about the circumstance. "I realize I've committed errors, and I've attempted to take ownership of them. In any case, it seems like nothing I truly do will at any point be sufficient to take us back to what we used to have." Her words caught the pith of her battle, wrestling with both the culpability of previous oversights and the dissatisfaction of feeling like her endeavors to offer to set things straight were to no end. Kody's apparent lack of interest. In her texts, Meri regularly communicated her yearning for correspondence and compromise, yet in addition her developing mindfulness that Kody could never again have similar objectives. One message read, "It damages to feel imperceptible. I don't require excellent motions or commitments, simply a sign that you actually care. Do you try and contemplate us any longer?" Kody's quietness on these issues has been a common subject all through the show, and fans have frequently reprimanded him for neglecting to meet Meri midway. While he has recognized the breakdown of their relationship, he has likewise straightforwardly expressed that he no longer sees a future with her sincerely. This conspicuous difference in their sentiments has passed on watchers addressing why Meri keeps on clutching trust. Meri's inspiration for sharing the texts. Meri's choice to share such confidential minutes wasn't just about broadcasting her complaints, it was a way for her to recover her story. Throughout the long term, she has confronted public judgment for her decisions, remembering her notorious duping embarrassment for 2015, which Kody has referred to as a significant disaster for their relationship. By perusing her texts, Meri planned to furnish fans with a more full image of her endeavors to repair their bond and the close-to-home cost of their alienation. Quite possibly of the most powerful text she shared read, "I've invested such a lot of energy considering what I fouled up, how I bombed you. Yet, perhaps it's not simply me. Perhaps you've abandoned us, I'm the only one actually trying." These words highlighted her close-to-home fatigue and indicated a potential change in her viewpoint, an acknowledgement that her satisfaction could never again lie in sticking to a relationship that feels uneven. Fan responses, sympathy and disappointment. The reaction from fans has been a blend of sympathy and disappointment. On one hand, numerous watchers have commended Meri for her weakness and devotion to a relationship that plainly implies such a great amount to her. Remarks by a web-based entertainment included opinions like, "Meri is the most grounded individual on this show. To continue to battle for somebody who doesn't battle for her says a lot about her personality." Then again, a few fans have communicated irritation, encouraging Meri to continue on. One client composed, "It's agonizing to watch Meri put herself through this again and again. She merits such a great deal better compared to Kody's detachment." The texts likewise reignited conversations about Kody's apparent partiality towards Robyn and the irregularity of exertion inside his connections. Many fans trust that Kody's reluctance to resolve the issues with Meri mirrors his general way to deal with his relationships. A defining moment for Meri? One of the last texts Meri read alluded to a potential defining moment in her excursion. I don't have the foggiest idea how much longer I can continue to do this. I need to feel adored and dislike a reconsideration. Perhaps it's time I begin zeroing in on me. This message recommends that Meri might be arriving where she's prepared to focus on her own bliss over her unreciprocated love for Kody. Throughout the long term, fans have watched her fill in autonomy, from building her quaint little inn to seeking after her own endeavors beyond the family. Sharing these texts could be a stage toward recovering her personality and defining limits in her relationship with Kody. What's next for Meri Brown? Meri's eagerness to share such profoundly private messages addresses her solidarity and transparency, characteristics that have made her fan number one in spite of her battles. As she keeps on exploring her perplexing connection with Kody, watchers are left puzzling over whether she will at long last decide to give up and diagram another way for herself. While what's in store stays questionable, one thing is clear: Meri's process is a demonstration of the flexibility of the human soul. Her story fills in as an update that even despite grief, there is dependably trust for mending and development. Whether she stays with Kody or decides to continue on, fans will without a doubt keep on pulling for her as she looks for the satisfaction she so profoundly merits.